Guys, Skibidi Toilet disease has gotten out of control. So today we have a story time of this kid who almost murks, I'm not going to say the full-on word because YouTube's going to get me, but basically game ends, almost takes out his entire family because they said, you cannot watch any more Skibidi Toilet tonight. Yes, the brain rot has consumed the minds of too many children. The Skibidi Toilet disease has gone too far. And that is today's story. So sit back, relax, get comfortable. Leave a like on this video right now to claim your free nothing. Subscribe to the channel if you are new and like stories. With that being said, let's just jump right into it. Anyways, so we're going to call the subscriber who submitted this story Sid. So Sid, during the week this happened, because this happened kind of recently, but for about a week, Sid was going over to his cousin's house. His cousin was a lot younger. Sid was around 18. His cousin was around 8. So it's not like him and his cousin are just going to be chilling, playing games together, hanging out, having a good time. He basically went over there because his cousin's mom, his aunt needed help babysitting the cousin. And just because she was having, there's a lot of people there, but a lot of them were busy. And she basically just needed some help. So Sid's mom very graciously volunteered him. I always love it when your parents, volunteer you to do something. And somehow, they take all the credit for it. Like, your mom's like, oh, my son can do that. And, the person or the mom, that she offers you to, it's like, wow, that's so nice. Looking at your mom, it's like, bro, I'm the one doing the work here. At least give me the credit. If I'm being forced to do this, I should at least receive the credit for it. Anyways, so Sid had a cousin, and the cousin was always a bit of a problem, and we're going to call this guy Ben. And Ben had contracted the Skibidi Toilet virus, and it was pretty bad. He would spend all day watching Skibidi Toilet videos, whether he was in school, whether he was home, whether he was on a rocket ship to the moon, it doesn't matter. But he could be in the pilot ship in $1 million moon, a rocket ship ride to the moon, where you look outside and you see the stars and the planets, and it's so magical. But Buddy would be looking at his iPad on a downloaded Skibidi Toilet episode 48 video, watching it again and again and again for the entire duration. That's how bad the Skibidi Toilet disease has gotten him. Yeah, so anyways, this kid has a bad case of the Skibidi Toilet virus, and while Sid, the subscriber, didn't necessarily know that going in, either way, he knew that it was going to be pretty annoying to be over there, and that it definitely wasn't something he was excited to do. So the whole time, he was kind of like, Mom, are you serious? Do I actually need to do this? And his mom was like, yes, Sid, you should go help out your family, the only people who will be there for you. And low-key in Sid's mind, he's like, dude, I know for a fact my little cousin, if it was between saving my life and watching, Skibidi Toilet for 5 minutes, my little cousin, bro, he would 100% pick watching Skibidi Toilet for 5 minutes. We're at this level of brain rot. Anyways, so eventually Sid goes over there. He's going to be there for about a week, pulls up to the house. His aunt greets him at the door. And immediately as he opens the door, he sees his aunt's face, and she's like, oh, it's so great to see you. I'm so happy. Thank you so much for doing this. And there's a very faint sound coming from behind her. Can you guys guess what that sound is? Yes, it is very faintly, Skibidi bop bop bop, yes, Skibidi bop bop. The freaking Skibidi Toilet song that has plagued my nightmares for the number of Skibidi Toilet Kid videos I've had to do. It's plagued my nightmares at this point. Anyways, you can faintly hear that song in the background. So anyways, the subscriber Sid is looking at the aunt like, oh boy, this about to be long. So she's like, come with me. Come upstairs. You have the guest room, you have your own room, you have your own bathroom. Honestly, not a bad gig. Yeah, so anyways, right, sure enough, the subscriber's walking upstairs, and he passes by Ben, his cousin's room. And he passes by, and he looks inside, and it is the most brain rot thing he's ever seen. Ben has two monitors going. He's holding an iPad. So 3 screens are going at the same time. On both of the monitors, there's a different Skibidi Toilet video playing with no volume. Just in the background playing for background, I don't know. I don't even know what's going on. There's two screens going on. They both have Skibidi Toilet running. And then on his iPad, he has the Skibidi Toilet song, like 8-hour edition, just looped again and again. And he's just like spacing out into space. Like, Buddy really sacrificed his brain cells to Skibidi Toilet. Buddy did a satanic sacrifice of every single brain cell, and now there's nothing, literally nothing left besides air in his head, which kind of unfortunate. You know what I mean? Like, you kind of hate to see it. And real quick, I want to let you know, if you want a custom video from me, I am on Cameo. You can go to the description, either on YouTube or on Spotify, or if you're on YouTube, go to the pinned comment and click View More, and it is the link on screen that says Get a Video from me. Anyways, though, so yeah, sure enough, right, the subscriber's just like, oh my God, like the brain rot is so real. Anyways, right, so sure enough, the subscriber is kind of thinking to himself, okay, this about to be a long week, which definitely long week was an understatement since he almost got actually murked by the Skibidi Toilet Kid. You guys will see how that happens in a second. It's pretty crazy. Anyways, though, so sure enough, the first day, because he got there pretty late, he basically just went to bed and like whatever. Like he could hear like the Skibidi Toilet song playing all night. Like he got up at 2 a.m. to take a pee, and he walks by the little cousin's room, and he actually hears Skibidi Bop Bop Bop. Like he was probably asleep at this point. But imagine you go to sleep and the last thing you hear is the Skibidi Toilet song. And imagine waking up in the morning and the first thing, like you're gently awoken by Skibidi Bop 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 every day. Every day. I think I'd actually lose all my brain cells too. I think my mental capabilities would approach zero, and I'd only be able to communicate in Skibidi Bops and yes yeses. That's how bad it would be. Anyways, though, so yeah, sure enough, this kid's up to something. And for 6 of the 7 days, I'm going to quickly summarize 6 of the 7 days because the real crazy drama happens on the 7th day. And, you know, I'm trying to cut to the chase here. For the 6 days, this kid is actually extremely easy to babysit. Ben basically sits there all day watching the Skibidi Toilet. And the subscriber is genuinely concerned for Ben because remember that what I described that he was watching on the first day, which is literally just the Skibidi Toilet soundtrack with like random Skibidi Toilet episodes on 2 monitors, like playing on mute. Yeah, that's what he watched every day. Imagine consuming 24 hours worth of the Skibidi Toilet soundtrack every day. And I say 24, I know like I jokingly say in the intros, trying to describe Skibidi Toilet Syndrome, being like, oh, they're watching it for 25 hours a day. No, but I'm serious. This kid's watching it for 24 hours a day or listening to the song because subconsciously, like that song is going into his brain while he's asleep, even if he's not consciously like rendering it, because it literally plays 24 hours a day. Like at some point, the subscriber was wondering, is he like cursed by some evil witch where if he doesn't listen to Skibidi Toilet for a second that he'll like turn into a frog or something? Like the subscriber was genuinely confused why anyone would willingly do that to themselves. Yeah, so it's, I don't know, the subscriber is pretty concerned, but the really concerning thing and the really dangerous, crazy thing happens on the 7th day. I just want to say though, I'm not telling you the secret word of the day yet. I will tell you that later. But all I can really do, because I get so many comments, is heart as many comments as I can. However, I know some of you guys would like a custom reply to your comment. So one thing I do every single day is I filter by super thanks, which is a type of comment, and I give a personal reply to each one of those. All you got to do is you got to click the comment section, click the little heart with the $sign, and then leave a comment like that. And I filter and respond to every single one every single day. Anyways, so yes, finally, let's talk about the 7th day. If this was Five Nights at Freddy's, man, we're playing 2020 mode on this one. Like, it's about to be bad. Yeah, so anyways, on the 7th day, this is when actually the whole family is getting back a little bit earlier. So part of the reason why the subscriber needed to come over was because this was a super busy week at work for both the mom and the dad, so the aunt and the uncle. Normally, whenever they had super busy weeks, it just so happened that, you know, it was happening at different times. So like the mom could come back early or the dad could come back early. But for some reason, this was overlapping both times. They had to go. Also, the little cousin was out from school for that week, so they couldn't put him in school and have him in aftercare or whatever. It was a really bad situation. It was just like it was a storm of bad things happening at once. So they kind of needed some assistance. So anyways, on the 7th day, both the aunt and the uncle got back at normal times. So they were thinking of having like a sit-down dinner with all of them together. So basically, when the subscriber was doing the babysitting, all that he was instructed to do was order pizza, pick it up, bring the slice up to the Skibidi Toilet Kid, who's just like basically drooling, sitting there having no thoughts, listening to Skibidi Toilet all day, and just give him a slice of pizza, then go back downstairs. Remember, this is like the easiest job the subscriber has ever done. Like literally one of the easiest jobs ever. Because all he had to do was just sit there. So yeah, sure enough, right, the subscriber, is this on this day, it's a little different. Because this time, the parents are gonna come back, they're gonna cook a normal meal, they're all gonna sit at the dinner. It's kind of like as a thank you, as kind of a send-off thank you. Which, the subscriber was paid pretty good, like he got some pay, which by the way, I kind of segued into that. If you guys are interested in making money with YouTube, I also sell a course of everything that I've learned over my period. Would have helped me out back in the day. It is the second link in the description if you're on YouTube or Spotify, or pinned comment. And if you're interested, go ahead and you can learn on there, but it's totally up to you. Anyways, sure enough, on this day, they were all sitting together. And you know what that means, guys? That means the Skibidi Toilet Kid has to be away from his Skibidi Toilet song. Because they're going to make him sit down and have dinner as a family. And you can only imagine, probably from the title of this video, you guys probably already know how bad it went, but you can only imagine how bad this goes. So let's just jump into the dinner from hell. So anyways, the day comes. It's around 6. The mom gets back, greets the subscriber, thanks him again for being there for the whole week. And then sure enough, after that, she gets to making a great dinner, like a big banquet, basically. And the dad gets back home, and eventually, it's time for dinner. So the mom calls up to the Skibidi Toilet Kid and is like, Ben, it's dinner. Please come down. We're going to have a family dinner. And I feel like they haven't had a family dinner in forever because Ben's like, Mom, I'm watching Skibidi Toilet. And Mom's like, okay, honey, you can watch that after dinner. And Ben's like, I'm watching Skibidi. Which honestly is super impressive that he could say words that are not part of the Skibidi Toilet song. The fact that he's able to communicate in more than just Skibidi bop bops and yes yeses is actually to some degree pretty impressive. So anyways, the mom starts to get a little angry. She's like, Ben, we've been gone all week and we're just gonna have a nice quick dinner as a family. You can watch that Skibidi Dibbidi whatever went later. You can watch that on your own time. I asked for 30 minutes of your time, so you can say thank you for Sid. Sorry, I forgot the name. Say thank you to Sid for being such a good babysitter. He's like, Ma'am, I'm watching Skibidi. Just bring the food to me. So the mom goes up the stairs and is like, Ben, you do not talk to me like that. And it goes into the room. Then Sid is overhearing yelling, going back and forth, and Sid's kind of just sitting there, with having little glances to the dad. And they're kind of looking at each other, glancing back and forth, what the hell? What is going on? All this kind of stuff. Eventually, though, the subscriber watches as Ben comes down, looking furious, so angry. And he's still holding his iPad. Ben is just angry. Right, in Ben's mind, he's going to be at the table watching the Skibidi Toilet. But the reason that he's furious is because he can't watch Skibidi Toilet with 2 additional monitors playing Skibidi Toilet episode. It's so insane. Anyways, they sit down. They all sit down at the table. And Ben's mom's like, well, thank you so much, Sid. It's so great that you could be here. It's Skibidi bop bop bop, yes, yes. All of a sudden, you start hearing the Skibidi Toilet song at full blast. And Sid looks over, and this kid has his iPad out on the table, purposely 100% volume of Skibidi bop bop. It's just so bad. So anyways, the mom's like, Ben, could you please put that away and turn off your YouTube Skibidi bop nonsense for 1 second? We're having a nice dinner with Sid, who spent his entire week here babysitting you. And at this point, Sid's like, oh my God. Because remember, he had such an easy week. He had such an easy time up until this moment. And Ben gives the dirtiest look across the table. He's like, no, Skibidi, there will be consequences. And Ben's mom's like, sure, I don't care. Like, no more Skibidi. He's like, last chance for Skibidi. He's acting like some kind of weird Wizard Gorlock type. I don't even know, bro. Bro's acting like a mysterious Mr. Something, right? But Buddy's really threatening his family over a Skibidi toilet right now. Anyways, though, so he puts down the iPad, and he gets up and leaves. And at this point, Ben's mom's like, fine, whatever. I don't even care anymore. She's like, you know what? Thank you so much for being here, Sid. We appreciate you, even if Ben doesn't know how to appreciate yet. He's still a younger boy and doesn't know how to truly express his feelings, which, dude, I'm pretty sure Ben expressed his feelings, which were murderous rage over Skibidi Toilet. I don't think the problem here is expressing his feelings. I think the problem here are his feelings. Yeah, so in just a second, you're going to see how this kid, the Ben kid, takes revenge and almost murks, game ends, life ends his entire family, including the subscriber, over not being able to watch Skibidi Toilet. Real quick, if you made it this far into the video, I'd like you to comment toilet down below. That'll be the secret word of the day. I'm going to try and heart as many comments as I possibly can that say the secret word of the day. I've been on here tapping hearts, giving as many away as I possibly can. But once again, if you want like a heart and a guaranteed reply from me, all you got to do is comment a super thanks and you can customize the comment. I'm also going to be filtering for channel members. So if you're a channel member, all you got to do is hit that join button if you want to join the channel. It's like the same thing as subbing to someone on Twitch. I'll also be filtering for your comments, so I'll try and you guys will have a much higher heart receiving percentage. As well, you get some custom emojis. And of course, as before, link in the description on YouTube and Spotify if you want a Cameo, a custom video for me, or you're interested in starting your own YouTube video and you want some tools and resources and education on that. And of course, if you want to submit your own stories, go to Instagram, look up connorpugs, drop me a little follow on there, and then DM me / message me your story. So now, how will Sid and the family react to Ben almost murdering them over Skibidi Toilet? Let's go. Yeah, so sure enough, Sid and all the other family members, the mom and the dad, are sitting at the table. And that's when Sid kind of looks at the mom. Because she's like, they kind of look at each other because they hear something. They hear like footsteps creaking, kind of like footsteps of someone sneaking around. And that's when they see Ben re-enter from around the corner. And he's grabbed a kitchen knife. But he has a kitchen knife like Chucky holds a kitchen knife in that movie, bro. This stuff turned into a horror movie real quick. So anyways, right, the aunt's like, what are you doing with that? He said, give me Skibidi Toilet. Give me Skibidi Toilet. And at this point, the uncle's like, son, put that down right now. He said, I will put it down if you let me listen to Skibidi Toilet at the dinner table. Bro, what? Huh? Are you see? Yeah, no, that's my reaction too, boys. Like I honestly don't know what's going on. All I know is Skibidi Toilet disease is bad. So anyways, kind of Sid's thinking on his feet because he's like, oh my God, I'm trying not to get murked by my little cousin over Skibidi Toilet. Sid says, hey, bud, put down the knife and you can watch Skibidi Toilet at the table. Do you guys agree? Looks at the aunt and uncle. They both like nod their heads like, yeah, sure. Anyways, Ben puts down the knife on like the far end of the table. So not even close to him. Because if he put it close to him, then maybe he could have reached for it and I don't even know, man. Yeah, like he could have done something. Anyways, he puts his knife at the far end of the table and then picks up his iPad and starts listening to Skibidi bop, 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 yes. So the uncle, or the dad of the spoiled kid, or the cousin, I guess, gets up very calmly, walks by, and then just grabs him in like a tackle chokehold and brings him to the floor. And the kid's like, get off of me, I'm watching Skibidi. Yeah, so let's just say that Sid left. He went back home. He told his mom what happened. She freaks out. It's crazy. They don't get, like, police involved. They don't tell the news because they're not trying. Obviously, this kid has some problems, some Skibidi toilet-induced problems. So they send him to some psychiatrist or something, and I think he went to some institution. I don't really have many updates after this. All I can say is if my kid was going on a Skibidi toilet murderous rampage, yeah, bro, they're going to the mental hospital. They need some help because I don't know, man. If you're trying to kill someone over Skibidi toilet, I think it just speaks for itself. But you might need some help, man.